Abstract art, which relies on the independent nature of form and color without attempting to represent reality. It emerged in the early 20th century as a movement away from the figurative and the objective. Hi, I'm Dania, and today I'm going to present the autonomy of form represented in the piece of art of Wassily Kandinsky in the Bright Oval. But who is this man and why he is so important? Wassily Kandinsky was a Russian-born artist. He born on December 4th of 1866 and died in December 13th. And he is considered one of the first creators of pure abstraction in modern painting. But Kandinsky was so special because he believed that the public had to contemplate the color, form, and language of art, which like a inner need of the artist. This inner need was medium by which thoughts and emotions could could be transmitted directly. This meant that everyone could contemplate his pieces of art, his work of art, since it is a conversation between two souls, the soul of the artist and the soul of the public, of their public. He was so emblematic because, as I said, he didn't didn't only experiment with colors, forms, and paintings. He didn't experiment. He uses the psychology of forms, color of the colors to transmit something, to touch the heart and the soul of the public, of their public. His abstract art wasn't only crazy lines or crazy paintings. He thought about how to transmit something with abstract art. And he said that the beauty of art lies in the chromatic richness and formal simplification. It is the representation of the essential nature of art, not a crude imitation of it, which is in itself unsurpassable. The color was always his first tool, as we see in these paintings, in yes, in these pieces of art that he created, and the spirituality was transmitted into strokes. And like I said previously, he didn't only draw crazy lines with crazy colors and that thing. No, he defined three types of paintings because, like I said, he liked to transmit something. So between 1910 and 1914, he painted works in three categories that are impressions that was inspired by nature, improvisations that are expressions of internal emotions, and also compositions that are compositional rigor, also based on pure intuition. And he started to represent all these colors and lines and defined his art, his style, starting with landscapes. And here we can explain more about the autonomy of the form. Über die Formfrage. In this article, über die Formfrage, Kandinsky speaks of a creative spirit, which can be called the abstract spirit. It is a spirit that gives rise to form. The author uses the expression the maturation of a precise form, and he defines it as an inner impulse that actualizes need in the human spirit, a guide to elevation as a synonym for evolution that fecundates and in hides in matter. It is something complicated to learn and to know because yes, we are talking about a abstract thing, but in more simple words, he defines the form as the matter, and the matter, I mean to the things that we can see, the things that we can maybe touch, and also the content. We are When we talk about the content, we are talking about the spirit, the things that we think, the things that we, yeah, the things that we think. And he insisted that the forms and the content, there are a mutual adaptation. Form and content must be adapted to the human soul, because sometimes we tend to let it go the spirit, the content, and we focused the most of the time on material things. But in his paintings, he searched this equilibrium between both of them, the content and the form. And also here the matter life antagonism also appears. And here is when the both of them combines and creates this matter life antagonism, and creates, well, the matter is the form and the life we simplify into the spirit, into content, and combined they create as he called the creative spirit. When the content and the form appears with life, it creates a creative spirit. And this process, we can define it as a evolution, as a process of evolution, as a forward and upward movement. But how can we represent all these things about matter, the spirit, the form in one piece of art? He did it, and it is in the Bright Oval of 1925. Like I said, his paintings were considered as a composition of experimentation, but no, their paintings hide a cosmic meaning, using geometrical elements, colors, like I said, forms, etc., to create these meanings and connect with the people who see his paintings. In this painting, Kandinsky experiment with his ideas of the psychological repercussion of colors and the relationship it forms. These ideas are incorporated along geometrical shapes inside the yellow oval here, suspended in a dark blue background. The black and red geometric figures in the center of the oval resemble chaotic energy. And as I said, everything represents something. Everything means something. And in this case, the straight lines can be constancy and rigidity. The curved lines represents movement, dynamism, and vitality. and the irregular ones represents less rigid constancy, and it represents tensions because of the movement and the rhythm increase to the point of producing disorder and even chaos. And the circles represents eternity, and it is related to the sun, the moon, the earth, etc. So, like I said at the beginning of this presentation, Kandinsky not only draw crazy lines, crazy paintings, combining colors or something like that. No, he tried to transmit something. He tried to, yes, use the psychology resources to transmit something. And I think that the purpose of the abstract art is to transmit something. Not only because we have a lot of preconceptions about, oh, the abstract art is like only like stain a lot of colors and draw a crazy things like lines, circles. No, well, it has the Kandinsky tried to transmit something with this abstract art based on colors and the form. And we can see it in this painting, this piece of art, in the bright oval. Because every form and every color has a meaning. He mixed all his paintings, all his different categories of painting to create his own, the abstract art, his style of abstract art. He mixed impressions that are inspired in nature, like we see in the circles and ovals that are transmits the earth, the sun, the moon. He inspired in the nature. And also we have the improvisation, the the improvisations that it transmits these internal emotions, and he transmitted into lines. And also the compositions that are based on pure intuition, like also the circle that represents the eternity. And also represents for me like the movement of the lines that are like curved or like right lines, etc. As he said, as yes, uh, like evolution, because the evolution are always in is always in constancy. So in the bright oval is a important example to represent all the things that I said in this presentation, because here it represents the nature, the emotions, and this is the most important thing. He transmit these all these things, all the matter, the nature, and the content, the spirit. So this is all. I'm Dania, and I hope you'd like it. And this was the autonomy of form in the bright oval of Wassily Kandinsky. Thank you.